Hi everyone, welcome back to our quick crash course on all of the commands and cues that we teach in our program. One of the main complaints that I hear a lot in videos is that we always use trained dogs in order for us to teach commands. So we have Augie here, who is new to our program. Although he understands some basic concepts, he doesn't really understand recall at all whatsoever. So if I say, Augie, come, completely ignores me. He does not care or understand what it is that I'm saying. So in this video, we're gonna focus on recall, and I'm gonna show you guys the first step on how we teach all of our dogs recall. Now remember, our system of training requires obligation. If you are saying, Augie, come, and he doesn't come, he is having an option. And when we're giving dogs options, they are no longer reliable because they get to decide, do I want to listen or do I not want to listen? So in order for us to get a reliable dog, we do require that we use motivation and obligation. That is the recipe for dog training. So Augie does know a couple of things. I'm gonna say, Augie, sit. Perfect. I'm gonna give myself a little bit of leash tension. I'm watching him, making sure that he doesn't break that sit command. Luckily for us, he's very treat motivated. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a 14-foot leash. I'm gonna keep this on my fingers. That way I can kind of pull on that leash super fast. I'm gonna say, Augie, come. And I'm gonna guide him around with leash tension, lure him with my treats, and then ask him to sit and give him that treat. Perfect, buddy. Luckily for us, he's pretty calm. Usually a German Shepherd, you have to wind that leash super duper fast. But for him, I was able to do it kind of slow. So I'll do it the other way. Augie, sit. Good job, buddy. Wow, you're gonna be a good student, huh? All right. So I'm gonna obligate him back to that sit. Sit, buddy. And then I'm gonna ask him to come. Augie, come. There's a loop around me with a little bit of tension. Right here, buddy. And then some lure training with my treats. Sit. Eventually, what we want to do, sit, is taper off that tension. Right now, really what I'm doing is I'm dragging him or pulling him all the way towards me. And once he sees the treats, he kind of just follows the treat. So it's a kind of a combination of the two. But essentially what I want is for him to be more independent. Another trick that we have is we have two treats. What I'll do is I'll say, Augie, come. He follows, and then I change and I give him the other treat. And he's following it with his nose. Sit. Good job. Luckily for us, he has really good manners. Some dogs don't have manners, so you have to be a lot quicker. Here you go, buddy. Good job. So definitely want to pay him for being a good boy and reward those good manners. So this brings us into another concept that we are essentially doing whenever we're training on recall, and that is lure training. Lure training is going to be super important in all of your training. It's the reason why we use hand gestures, is because I say, come, and I lure him with this treat, pretty much just making him follow the treat. It's the same way we get him to lay down. I point down to the floor, he follows me with a treat, and then I pay him. And at some point, we wean off the treats. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna have a treat on my left hand, no longer on my right hand, no longer using those two hands. Augie, come. So I'm guiding him my right hand. He's following it as if there's a treat in there. Which is exactly what I want. Sit. Yes. So he followed my right hand as if there was a treat in there. And then I guided him with the treat that was in my left hand. So there's a couple of stages to it. So now, I'm not going to use any treat at all, but I'm going to maintain the concept of lure training. Augie, come. Come on, come on. Come here, buddy, come on. Sit. So he completely followed my hand. Sit. Yes, good boy. And that was perfect. I think we're going to do really great with Augie. He's doing everything just the way I want him to, with very little mistakes, which is not something I'm used to on the first day. He just came to us, so this is incredible. I have 2 weeks with him. I think we're gonna get really far. But all right, we're gonna do it again. No treats. Augie, come. Come on, buddy. Come on. This way. Come on. Sit. Augie, sit. Yes, good man. Good job, buddy. And again, lots of love, lots of treats, lots of praise. Break. All right, in this next section, I am going to show you guys how to do recall via the e-collar. So there's a couple of rules. I do have some instructional videos on how to use the e-collar, but just remember that we only want to use an e-collar when your dog understands what the e-collar is. It's not something that you can just slap on and expect results. So what it is that whenever I ask him to do something and he's not listening to me, he is going to feel a shoulder tapping sensation. he continues to ignore me and he understands what it is that I'm asking, he's gonna start feeling like a thumping or a knocking sensation. And the point is that disobedience becomes uncomfortable while obedience is super exciting and fun. So that's how we kind of balance the two. So it's all the same concept. Let me ask him to sit. Osito, sit. Oh, good man. Now, Osito, I don't know if you can tell, but he is very treat motivated. He's absolutely adorable, and he's a whole lot of fun. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to do just no treat luring. The last video we did a lot of treat luring. Now I'm just going to do hand gestures because he is already trained. He is a little bit more advanced. And again, e-collar should only be used for a dog that is already trained. Osito, come. So right there, he didn't quite do it right. Come. Nope. All right, so what we're gonna do now is I'm going to communicate to him via the e-collar whenever he does something wrong and try to guide him a little bit better into that sit. So we're gonna go ahead and restart. Osito, sit. So I can see that he's trying. So never be afraid to take a couple steps back. It doesn't matter if your dog is already trained. So this is how I'm going to refresh his recall. I'm gonna put a treat in my hand. I'm still going to use the e-collar at a very low stimulation just to give him that tapping whenever he does something wrong, because I do want to be able to communicate and mark whenever he's doing that. So I'm going to say, Osito, come. Right, I'm going to use the leash to guide him. Right here, buddy. Right here. And then right here, I'm clicking, sit. Good boy. So I don't know if you were able to tell, but he came with the leash tension. I released the leash tension somewhere around here because I wanted him to figure it out by himself. He got here, he sat, he stared away and got stuck. As soon as I clicked, he was like, oh, you're talking to me, and came right back into that sit command. That is exactly what I want. I want this to be a communication device that he understands. This is not a punishment device. People think because I'm clicking, I'm instantly hurting him, and that's not the point. It's to communicate to him in a way that is effective. And this is effective, I'll tell you that much. Osito, come on. Come on, buddy. Sit. So we're going to repeat the process again. But this time, I'm going to give myself more distance and use a lot less intervention. And it's really your judgment. What do you think is best in this moment? Should I use leash tension? Should I use treat luring? What is the best option? Well, I want to keep it fun, simple, and exciting. And I know he loves treats, so I'm going to use that. Osito, come. Come on, buddy. Come on, come on. Right here, right here. Sit. Yes. So you can see that he still kind of gets stuck here. I want him to do a loop sit. Now, something about Osito is that he will randomly jet off on you. I've learned this lesson. He's actually here for boarding, but he's been here plenty of times. So I know exactly what he does. He will randomly just go straight for it. So we're not going to allow that. We're always going to have our leash for safety. Sit. So right there, I'm tapping, 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 obligating him to the sit. Over here, buddy. And as always, I obligate him to the sit where I asked him to sit, or at least in the vicinity of where I asked him to sit. Sit. So we're going to do that recall again. Buddy. No. Sit. Good boy. Come on, buddy. Right here, right here. Sit. Yes, good man. Good job, buddy. So that was a lot more independent, a lot less. I'm going to make it a little bit harder. I'm going to try not to use any hand gestures at all. All I'm going to do is give him a treat. Osito, come. Nope. Come. All right, so no, he didn't quite get it. Come. Come on, right here. Come on. Sit. Yeah, good job. Right, very little intervention. My goal is that I don't have to do that at all. So let's just keep repeating this until he figures it out. And if he figures it out on his own, right, if he does that loop by himself, he's not just getting one. He just problem solved a big problem. He's probably gonna get 2 or 3 treats. Sit. So right here, I'm clicking, clicking, clicking. Osito, come. Come on, buddy. Come on, come on. Yes, come on. Good job, boys. Good boy. Yes, yes, good jobs. So he did exactly what I wanted him to do. Man, today's just going super perfect. Everyone's doing exactly what I want them to do, learning at the pace I want them to learn at. So yeah, he did it on his own and he got a whole bunch of rewards. We're just gonna try that again. Osito, come. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, yes, go boy. Oh yeah, good man. Break. All right, he did exactly what I wanted him to do. He got a little bit lost. I cheered him on. I minimized how much involvement I had and he problem solved on his own. And that is the essence of training. It's not about giving him the answers. It's about supporting him as much as we can for him to problem solve on his own. And that was absolutely phenomenal. I'm glad that you guys got to see it. Good job, buddy.